As someone who listens to a ton of amateur music, mostly submitted by you, I have a kind of a tick that I get when I hear something that is really good, but it falls short of greatness. I call it, give me that f***ing thing syndrome. It's like, I just wanna get my hands on it and help to take it to where I know it could be. So today, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I am gonna pimp your song. And then I watch your reaction live to what I did to your song. So this track is called Unbreak Me, and I got sent this on a Feedback Friday stream, and I was immediately blown away by so many different parts of it. It's pretty rough around the edges and it needs a lot of help, but it had the sauce from the get-go. It's been interesting because you've sent a few songs in to the stream. Every time I've been struck by the originality of the sound. And that was like one of the things that made me go like, all right, this could be a good candidate. The synth sounds in this song are really cool. A lot of really cool, intriguing, exciting sounds. So like they introduce this synth part halfway through the intro, but then it's still there during the verse. It's very busy, and I think it's kind of killing the mood for the first half of the verse. So I am going to straight up delete it, along with this into the deep one. I really love it when the song builds. So at least every 4 measures, we're gonna be adding something new in. So I'm gonna bring back this into the deep. Right here, I feel like they missed a huge opportunity to really highlight what's the title of the song, Unbreak Me. Unbreak Me. Adding stops into a song, especially in heavy music, gets real old real fast, but sometimes it is the absolute jam. So I'm gonna try that right here, just a little one. This is also going to require me to edit the vocals. I want it to go, unbreak me, because I think that's gonna hit way harder. I'm gonna be doing this kind of a lot. I'm gonna be chopping up these vocals, changing the melodies, lyrics, phrasing, all this stuff. And then I'm gonna give it back to them and she's going to re-record it, and then we'll have the final product. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. If I want the singer to change how she's going to sing this song, I sort of have to sell it to her. And if the track that she gets is just me singing these changes in my falsetto, it's gonna sound pretty goofy. So I have discovered a pretty awesome tool that is perfect for this. It's called VocoFlex, and they're sponsoring today's video. It's an AI voice tool that's gonna allow me to turn my voice into something that sounds just like her voice, so that when she hears this demo, it's gonna be kind of like she sang it. And then hopefully she likes what I did, what I changed, and then she can record her version of it. So this is VocoFlex. It's incredibly simple to use. All I'm gonna do is import a sample that I cut from the track they actually gave me. And then I just become Scarlett, who is the singer. Unbreak me. Unbreak me.
That's pretty amazing.
How much more powerful of a moment is that? It's a small moment in comparison to, say, the start of the chorus, but it's gonna grab your attention at a point where you maybe would have zoned out a little bit. In a little bit, when I start messing with the lyrics and vocal phrasing and melodies and stuff, I'm gonna be using Vocal Flex a lot more. They were very kind to sponsor this video, so you can check out the link in the description for more on that. But first, I wanna take care of the primary thing that bugged me when I first heard this song, and it is this hi-hat that just kind of goes throughout the whole song. There's nothing wrong with it in and of itself. The fact that it's just there the whole time makes it feel like this one continuous part instead of a very interesting journey. I'm not gonna yeet it entirely. I'm not gonna just mute or delete it, but I'm going to save it for moments in the song where it's really gonna make a difference. I certainly think it's doing no favors for this intro. I think I want it to come in right here.
Whispers in the dark, begging me to run away.
Because it kind of sounds like whispers in the dark. And then right here, I feel like it is absolutely sucking the energy for the pre-chorus. I'm also not feeling the bass right here. But we need some kind of a pulse here to keep the pre-chorus moving, because otherwise it just feels kind of dead in the water, you know? We've got these stomp that comes in halfway through. That's pretty cool. But I want something that's gonna like, computer, give me this sound.
What do you want me to play?
I forgot that I called Alexa the C word. Look at IK Multimedia Syntronic coming in clutch. I'm feeling that. So we just did the first pre-chorus. Now we're gonna go to the second pre-chorus because I wanna use the same sound in a different way. As always, kicking it up a notch. Is that Emerald? Bam, bam. It's a little chaotic, but I like it. To me, the bridge of this song is a total bummer. Listen to this.
Missed the warning signs and fell into the reaper. I missed the warning signs.
It just feels like they forgot to put in the drums. This is the first time in the song that we've got any real chord changes after a pretty drony verse and chorus, and they're dropping the ball. All of the energy is gone. I want something bouncier than what we've had so far.
Missed the warning signs and fell into the
Considerably better already. So this hi-hat pattern that he's gotten here is pretty good, but the performance of it and the sound is just really anemic. Unfortunately, he did not provide a MIDI for the hi-hat part, so I am going to have to manually recreate it. Still a lot better than Breaking Rocks. Tried a bunch of different hi-hat sounds. I think this last chorus just needs to be riding on the crash over these hi-hats. This pre-chorus needs way more power. This might be too much. I want it to be like, ding, ding, ka. One way that I love to crank up the heat is by adding something that has a smaller subdivision than we've heard up until this point. We've got this nice, big, long, slow thing, and then all of a sudden when you add in this little it's gonna make it seem like it's going faster. That is an illusion. Very effective. I'm gonna do something kind of like the stop that we did in the first verse, but just with a little less obvious of a stop and a little bit more sauce. Does that smell like sauce to you? We're gonna have to change the vocal so that she goes, unchain me. Unchain me. This transition into the bridge is weak as hell and it's killing me. So here's what I'm gonna do to start with. I'm gonna take this hi-hat and make it sound crazy. It's the stop that is killing me. This is where we need to signal to people that it's go time. Dun, 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 dun. And then we need some kind of a riser. It works basically 100% of the time. I love this plugin. The other thing I feel like is happening is that there's not really a harmonic lift into the bridge. So we're in the key of C sharp minor, more or less. And for the bridge, we're going to the 5 chord. So the chord that will probably have the most pull here is going to be a D sharp. We have a fat synth bass on here already. I just have to now reinforce this chord with other instruments, because otherwise it's just a bass note. I'm feeling like right here, a choir swell is what's gonna work the best, but I want it to be a mellotron choir. Love me some mellow tune. So there's already choir on here, so I don't feel weird adding choir when there's precedent for it. Probably won't be super hot in the mix, but I think that's gonna make the transition much more effective. I want a stronger transition into verse 2. So I am just going to take this first thing that she sings here. Dang, dang, dang. Probably put a ton of reverb on it. That hits. Also, because we took the dynamic level way down for the first part of the second verse, I feel like I should lo-fi this vocal as well.
Take me far away from pain, you feed my soul.
Woo, I'm gonna automate that shit. Maybe also a little chop here.
Far away from pain, you feed my soul. Free me.
I'm gonna try something a little bit extreme. This song does not have a ton of harmonic motion. In the beginning, I said this had sort of a static dynamic problem, and that is true, but it also has a static harmony problem where it's a whole lot of C sharp throughout the whole thing. The only part that really feels like it has any chords in it is the bridge. That's a long time to wait. Doesn't that feel like it moves a lot more? Of course, that also means that I now have to change this synth thing to fit, but that's not that hard. Next, I wanna take a look at the lyrics and melodies and the vocal phrasing. This is probably the most important part of all of this. I personally think that if the vocal is awkward in any way, if it's boring, if it's just not hitting for whatever reason, then all of everything else that we do to this is just gonna be putting lipstick on a pig, and we don't want that. What I have to do is to not change the meaning of what she's singing, but just make it better to listen to. In my lyrics course, which is called How to Actually Write Lyrics, I call this the sound of words. And I think it's on par with as important as the thing that you are trying to say, is making the words that you're saying sound good. Hold me. Tell me it is all just a dreadful dream. 3 different possibilities jump out to me here. You could say, tell me this is all just a dreadful dream. Tell me it was, or tell me this was. Combination of those 2 things. Aside from just being kind of unnatural sounding, it doesn't flow very well, so I'm gonna change it to this is. Tell me this is all just a dreadful dream. That flows way better. And then I wanna change the last note of the melody because she keeps dumping the melody to the root over and over again in the verse, so I'm gonna end it on a different note. Tell me this is all just a dreadful dream. And then Vocal Flex works its magic.
Tell me this is all just a dreadful dream.
Here's the original.
Tell me it is all just a dreadful dream.
Obviously a much better performance than mine. Save me 'cause I wanna be okay by the morning light. I've got a few possibilities for this next line. The one that jumped out to me the most, I don't wanna blow away on a toxic breeze. In the description, she used the word toxic relationship. I have a couple that are a little more straightforward. I need you to make it safe for me to sleep. It's been a while since I had some peace, but to me, this one feels a little more interesting. Interesting isn't necessarily always better because sometimes more straightforward and less verbose can really cut much better, and especially something like this that's very poppy, it might work better, but I think this needs just a little bit of zhuzhing up. I don't wanna blow away on a toxic breeze. It's kind of terrifying, to be honest, that it could take my voice and turn it into hers so well, so quickly. There are a lot of things to hate about AI. This is not one of them. This line right here needs fixing. The nightmare I need to escape. That's called forced syllable stress, and it's stressing a word that you wouldn't accent in a sentence. You're the nightmare I need to escape. That feels awkward to me, and it's easy to fix. This part just needs a much more interesting melody. We need something that builds the excitement. Shackles that are binding me to you. The ending of this song is a little anticlimactic. I want to put a button on it. Your freaky fantasy ready. I'm ready to combust. See, that to me feels complete. That feels like the end of a song. So I'm starting to feel like this is in a pretty good spot. I'm happy with all of the things that I've added and changed, but now I gotta send this to the band and see what they think of it, because ultimately it's their song. Then once we've decided what stays and what goes, they're gonna record their final parts, and then Bob's your uncle.
2 weeks later.
All right, so it's been a few weeks now, and they have sent over the revised tracks for all of this stuff, and I'm gonna dig into them and listen to them, but the first thing that I have been waiting to do is to get the DIs and to reamp them, because very rarely do I have such a vision for what I want the guitar tone to sound like. I think for this style, it needs something more than just the usual. That's just the purple channel on the rev with the Aris parallel overdrive. I think for this style, it needs something a little more fuzz-based and a little bit less tube amp type of distortion. And I just happen to have a fleet of fuzz pedals, and I'm sure that at least one of them, or maybe a combination of them, is gonna give me the sound that I want. So I'm gonna head out to the garage studio to my crazy reamp setup. So it's been a minute since I've done any reamping, hence why this is such a mess. I think I'm getting pretty close. It's pretty rare for me to go in for a fuzz type of a sound on guitar, but this song is screaming for it. So I had to bust out my entire collection of fuzz and fuzz related pedals for this. I discovered that I don't have anything that can do the type of octave fuzz that I want, so I'm gonna kind of fake it. Instead, I'm actually gonna run the octaver that's in Archetype Rabia through the reamp process that I'm doing and use that, but in separate takes so that I can layer it in and out as I see fit. I actually have no idea if it's gonna work, so we'll see. So what I did was I recorded 3 layers of fuzz guitar in 3 different octaves. It sounds really great like that, but it doesn't have the girth, so that's why I added the typical metal guitar. Here's what it sounds like with all of those tracks with the right and left stacked. Definitely the gnarliest guitar tone that I have ever personally created. I don't know that I would have necessarily done this for something that I made, but now I probably will. So now we're gonna listen to the vocals that Scarlett sent back. I have no idea what I gave her that she liked or didn't like, kept or changed or whatever, but I guess we'll find out.
Hold
Yeah, I love hearing that because I like don't want her to sing it the way that I sang it. I just want to be like, give it a little bit of sauce here, and she did.
When we met, you were everything I couldn't leave behind, but now your touch is insomnia.
Yeah.
You're the reaper hiding in the shadows, turning life to dust. I'm the victim in your freaky fantasy, ready to combust.
She nailed it. So here's the VocoFlex version.
From your specter, you're haunting me like a ghost. From the specter, you're haunting me like a ghost.
So that's pretty awesome. She was able to take what I sent over and make it her own. It's still more or less the same thing, but with so much more flavor, you know? To me, this is easily the best use of AI in music creation. I don't want AI to write the song for me, okay? This is the fun part. Like, I could have sent over my terrible falsetto of singing this part. From your specter, you're haunting me like a ghost. And she'd definitely get the idea and the notes, but I'm not selling it to her. She might have heard that and been like, I don't know, that's really lame, and not recorded what I sent. I'd love to know what she thought of hearing her own voice singing things she didn't sing.
Yeah, I think she liked it. She was like, okay, I understand what's going on here. I can redo this in my voice. Because
That's
it's
awesome.
pretty obvious when you come in. It's like, ooh, but it's still cool. It's like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
So huge thanks to Dreamtonics for sending over VocoFlex and for sponsoring this video with it. I'm gonna be using the crap out of it in this series as I pimp your songs. Check out the link in the description for more on where you can get your own copy of VocoFlex and how to use it. So now we need to do the big reveal. We need to show this to the band. Before I do that, I have to send this out to get mixed and mastered. Eric Zaimi is gonna be doing that for me. He always does a great job on all the songs that you hear here on the channel. Then we're gonna show it to the band and see what they think. I don't know, they might not like it. It's possible that I ruined this. Wandering With, you are assembled here before me today as you sent me your song Unbreak Me, and I hope that I have in fact unbroken it for you, but we're about to find out. I really hope you like it, because if not, this is gonna be a really sad moment.
Hold me. Tell me this is all just a dreadful dream. Save me. I don't wanna blow away on a toxic breeze. Whispers in the dark begging me to run away. You're the nightmare that I can't escape. Unbreak me. I am drowning in the darkness you've trapped me in.
Yeah, let's go.
Is a mess and it's ripping up my mind, getting hypothermia. When we met, you were everything I couldn't leave behind, but now your touch is insomnia.
Oh my god, here it goes.
You're the reaper hiding in the shadows, turning life to dust. I'm the victim in your freaky fantasy, ready to combust. Take me far away from the pain you feed my soul. Please free me from the specter. You're haunting me like a ghost. Echoes in the night begging me to run away. You're the poison running through my veins. Unchain me from the shackles that are binding me to you. Now my heart is a mess and it's ripping up my mind, getting hypothermia.
Oh, it's so sick.
When we met, you were everything I couldn't leave behind, but now your touch is insomnia. You're the
Oh my gosh, this chorus is so sick.
shadows, turning life to dust. I'm the victim in your freaky fantasy, ready to combust. I'm
Yes.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing. I'm so excited for this song.
Yeah, some good surprises. A couple little breaks that he put in there, little swells and stuff. That were great.
It makes everything sounds super solid.
I've listened to this song so many times, so it's nice to hear something different, and it's different. It's really cool.
I can't wait for it to be released into the world. I hope everyone is ready because this is a smasher.
Good luck releasing this song out into the world. I think it's truly great. If you're watching this now, it's already out, so you can go and stream it. I'll put the link in the description. Stay squishy, and I'll see you real soon.